I'm Oliver Tromp, the Regional Vice President of Actionstep here in the UK. We are a legal practice management software platform. So we essentially help law firms with their process management, task management, document management, accounts, billing, and we're a cloud platform that brings all of their data together. Yeah, so we started initially as a kind of process management workflow solution, and we weren't actually focused on legal, but then we had so much interest from law firms that we decided to start focusing exclusively on legal. So we've been, for at least the last 10 or 15 years, focused exclusively on law firms and a little bit in-house legal as well. And yeah, that's been all of our investment. Our whole journey has been focused on law firms since then. And yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of law firms don't really know how to navigate a lot of the challenges, and things are moving so quickly. So one of the ways that Actionstep helps law firms to navigate all of the complexities is through having our platform is extremely secure, GDPR compliant, all of the things that a law firm needs, so that they don't have to focus on all that stuff. And we really try to work with them. We've built Actionstep to be extremely customizable, extremely flexible. And so part of the journey of a law firm using Actionstep is actually tailoring their system and their processes and their integrations to the way that they work. So I think one thing that we're really passionate about is not every law firm is the same. They don't require the same tech. And as a result, it's really important that their tech kind of suits their unique needs. And so we spend a lot of time with our firms on that journey of implementation and the journey after implementation of truly understanding what they want the tech to do for them, and to continue iterating on that and improving the tech so that it suits the firm as the firm changes as well. Yeah, in a rapidly evolving legal tech market, there's so much good tech. Here today, there's hundreds of different legal tech suppliers, really innovative ones doing stuff with AI, doing stuff with automation. What stands out the most about ours, again, is the flexibility. So Actionstep is by far the most flexible cloud practice management system. And again, because every firm has unique needs and unique integrations, it's important that their practice management system can cope with that and can handle that. So we have built that into our platform in a couple ways. We have an API, a really good API, which firms can use and build onto and kind of extend their platform and the functionality. We also have a number of integrations that are already built on that API or built natively into Actionstep. But also just in the system itself, there's so much configurability, so much customization that law firms can do. So I think that's probably what stands out the most. We do see ourselves as, and our customers see us as, a platform, not a practice management system. We actually call ourselves a practice and business management platform because we bring all of that data together in one place. We link all of the different integrations together as well, and really create one connected ecosystem for law firms. I think, there has been a massive surge recently, and I think particularly in the UK, there have been a few of those over the last 20, 30, 40 years. And there's actually some great tech that's been around for a while in the UK. There's amazing legacy practice management systems that automate so much. They've got so much functionality, rich functionality, even around billing and accounting built in. But these systems haven't changed with the times. They haven't modernized. And a lot of firms have invested so many hours and years and thousands and millions of pounds potentially in these systems, but these systems aren't fit for purpose for the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. So a lot of law firms, particularly mid-sized law firms, which is our core focus at Actionstep, haven't really known what to do, and they've been waiting to see what other firms do. They've been waiting to see what technology comes forward, and it can be quite overwhelming to think about moving all of that, decades worth of investment and customization to a new platform. And a lot of firms, I think, rightfully are afraid that they're going to lose some of that customization. And a lot of more modern systems, they actually would, because those systems aren't flexible enough to cope with that, or maybe they don't have the right integrations to be able to cope with that. So I think what I would encourage with mid-sized law firms is that it's okay. You should actually be thinking about that, but you should be looking for a platform, something that can bring all of your different tech together, something that is modern, something that is evolving constantly, something that's cloud-based, and actually, something that's very flexible and configurable to handle all of that customization that these firms need. Well, I think we're already starting to see AI move more into legal tech expertise. We're going to see more and more of that. There's great examples, even here today, of legal tech suppliers that take on some of the practice of law, I would say, the work that lawyers do, and they automate it, or they just help it be more efficient through AI. What we're really focused on is what we call the business of law. So obviously, there's a lot of expertise required in law firms to actually practice law, but there's also a lot of expertise required to do what we call the business of law, to manage the law firm, to run the law firm, to have the right insights, to be focused on growth and change and different aspects of running a business. So that's an area that I think is sometimes neglected, and there's specifically within AI, there's a lot of AI that's focused on the practice of law. We're really trying to focus in on the business of law and how we can continue to automate processes and make managing and running a law firm and growing a law firm better and faster. So yeah, we're going to continue to see a lot of AI. I think there's going to be a pretty big shift probably in the next couple of years where law firms are able to do more with less, which might mean a reduction in staff, or it might actually just mean that they can grow revenue and they can do more business. But yeah, I think probably AI is going to be the biggest thing that changes. There's a lot of trends that legal tech professionals are focused on. I think AI is one, and it's not a trend that's going to go away. I think they're rightfully focused on that. I actually think that in order to have successful adoption of AI, data is everything. Law firms need to have clean, accessible, robust, and AI-ready data, and a lot of firms aren't really thinking about that. They're not thinking about their data and where their data is stored, how it's stored, and is it actually ready for adoption. And that kind of goes back to, for me, the focus that we have on platform. It's so important that law firms have a central kind of business platform where all of their data resides, and that data is AI ready, essentially, so that these firms can adopt different AI tools. If a law firm really wants to adopt AI well, they have to be AI ready, and their data has to be AI ready. So that's something that they're not necessarily thinking about. It's not as exciting or as sexy as AI, I guess, but it's sort of a prerequisite for successful AI adoption. Yeah, so in 5 years' time, I think the biggest shift we're going to see with legal services is actually right now, there's skepticism if a lawyer is using AI, and there's been some legal cases against lawyers that have used AI and it's provided incorrect data or things like that, or cases that don't exist. So I think there's some hesitation, which is appropriate, and there's also some hesitation from law firms on adopting AI tech. But in 5 years' time, I actually think that we're going to get to a place where if you're hiring a lawyer and they haven't used AI, there will be some skepticism, because AI is actually going to allow these lawyers to have a much more robust and much more thorough understanding of a case, and it'll empower what they're doing. So it's also going to reduce the time that they spend on manual things and process. So they'll be able to focus more on people. So I think it's actually going to make legal advice and legal expertise much more valuable because it's AI enabled, and obviously much more efficient as well.